Good morning, sir. I am Amar Dilawar from Pakistan. I have recently completed my bachelor's in veterinary medicine. So I want to apply for GKS Graduate 2022 scholarship. Can you please guide me what is GKS and when it will start? So Amar, first of all, I would like to welcome you in today's GKS 2022 early preparation session. So basically, GKS is a global Korean scholarship which is offered by the Ministry of Education, Republic of Korea, and they offer this scholarship for your master's and PhD degree. And the duration of master's degree is 3 years, which includes 1 year of your language course and 2 years of your master's degree. And the duration of your PhD degree is 4 years, which includes 1 year of your Korean language course and 3 years of your PhD degree. And GKS scholarship will start every year in the month of February to March. So for example, in next year 2022, the GKS will announce in the month of the February or March, and you have almost 2 months to prepare your documents and submit your documents. So thank you, sir. I got an idea about GKS graduate scholarship. So what is the eligibility criteria for this GKS scholarship? My CGPA is 3.5 out of 4. I am worried. Can I apply for this scholarship? So in terms of eligibility criteria, you must hold a bachelor's degree if you want to apply for master's degree, and you must have a master's degree if you want to apply for PhD degree. And there is some GPA criteria. As you know that there are many scales which are used around the world. So I will briefly explain the eligibility criteria for you. So if your CGPA is 2.64 out of 4, then you are eligible. If your GPA is 2.80 out of 4.3 and your GPA is 2.91 out of 4.5, and finally if your GPA is 3.23 out of 5, so if you fulfill these conditions, so then you are eligible to apply. And there is also a score percentile. For example, you have to convert your GPA to the score percentile by the help of some formula which you can see on the screen. And if you use this formula and your score percentile is greater than 80%, then you are eligible to apply. If your score percentile is less than 80% and if your CGPA is less than the criteria which I have mentioned earlier, then sorry, you are not eligible to apply. Sir, one more question. Do I need IELTS or TOPIC for this scholarship? Is it compulsory to get IELTS and TOPIC to get this scholarship? So IELTS and TOPIC. This is the most common question which many students they have asked me when they are applying for GKS scholarship. So you must keep in your mind that IELTS and TOPIC is not compulsory for this scholarship. But as you know that this scholarship is very competitive, many students from all around the world they want to get this GKS scholarship and want to come to Korea and study in Korea for their masters and PhD degree. So I would like to suggest you that if you want to increase your chances for selection, then you must have some IELTS or TOPIC test. And if you know a very basic Korean or very little Korean, I highly recommend you to go for TOPIC test, because if you have TOPIC 1 or TOPIC 2, then your chances for selection increase by 20 to 30%. And if you also have IELTS 6 bands, 5.5 bands or 6.5 bands, then your chances also increase. And one more thing you must keep in your mind, that if you want to apply for some high ranked universities, for example Seoul National University, Korea University, Yonsei University, so their basic admission requirement is IELTS 6.5 bands. So if you want to get admission in those universities, then you must have IELTS. Otherwise, for you to get admission is very difficult. But again, I want to repeat the same point, that IELTS and TOPIC is not compulsory, but it is optional and it will increase your chances of selection. Also, I want to know what is the difference between embassy track and university track, and how can I apply for embassy track or university track, and which track is better. Like if I want to increase my chances for selection, what would you suggest, which track I choose? Many people have their own point of view regarding embassy track or university track. We can't say that which track is better or which track is easy, but you can get lot of suggestions from many people according to their experience. So first I will tell you the basic difference between embassy track and university track. So in embassy track you have option to choose 3 universities, But in university track, you have option to choose just one university. So if you are confused about university track or embassy track, first I would like to suggest you just look at the number of seats for your country. For example, for Pakistan and Bangladesh, for embassy track there are 5 seats, and for university track there are 9 seats. And for India also there are 22 seats for embassy track and there are 30 seats for university track. So the track which have more number of seats, you must go for that track. For example, university track, they have more number of seats. So personally, I would suggest to my students that you must apply by university track, because in university track you don't have to appear for 3 rounds of selection. There are only 2 rounds of selection. You just submit your documents to the university, and if university will give you admission, they will directly send your documents to the Ministry of Education. But in embassy track, first you will send your documents to the embassy, then embassy will send your documents to the university, and then university will send your documents to the Ministry of Education. So some more tips which I want to give you regarding university and embassy track, like if your profile is very good, you have IELTS, you have topic, your GPA is very high, you have certificates, then you must go for embassy track. But if your profile is not good, like your CGPA is not so much high, you don't have IELTS, you don't have topic, then I would like to suggest you that you go for the university track. Because according to my experience, in university track, your chances for selection are high as compared to the embassy track. Sir, very important question. What are the documents which are required for this scholarship? So the list of required documents is almost same every year. So I have list of documents for the past year, and I think that it will remain same in the next year. So you can see on the screen that what are the list of documents. So there is application form, there is personal statement, there is statement of purpose, then research proposal is for research degree, not for masters and PhD degree. Then you need 2 letters of recommendation from your teachers of university. Then university official letter of invitation, not required for master's and PhD degree. Then there is GKS applicant agreement form. Then there is personal medical assessment form. So you can download all these documents from the description box, and please keep in mind that these documents are for the last year. So never submit the old documents. Please wait for the next documents. You can use this list of documents to prepare your documents in advance, but you must submit your new documents which they will announce in the month of February. Sir, basically I want to apply for animal nutrition. So how can I find my major, and how can I find university, that which university is best for my major? This is also very important question, that how can I find my major and how can I find my university? So GKS will provide you a complete list of all the universities which are under GKS scholarship and all the majors which are offered by those universities. So on your screen you can see an Excel file. So this Excel file has the list of all universities and all the majors which are offered by these universities. There is also another method to find your university. For example, if you want to apply for electronics engineering in South Korea, so just write on Google the best universities for electronic engineering in South Korea. So it will give you a list of all those universities. And then you can go to the Excel file and find that major in the Excel file. So if that major is available under GKS scholarship, then you can apply for this scholarship. One more thing I want to remind you, that nobody will help you to find your major and find your university. You have to put effort by yourself. It is not a difficult task. You have your Excel file, just go to Excel file, spend almost 1 to 2 days, and you can find easily your major and university. You have to put some effort from your side. Sir, thank you so much for guiding me in detail. As you told earlier that this scholarship will start in February next year. So I am worried that what kind of documents should I start preparing from now? So very good question, Amar, that this session is for early preparation. So which documents you should start preparing from now? I will give you a list of documents which you should start preparing for now. So you have to start preparing your personal statement and your statement of purpose. These are the most important 2 documents which you start preparing from now. So you have to start writing your personal statement and your statement of purpose. In addition to these documents, if you want to apply for IELTS, if you want to apply for topic, So you must plan from now, because now you have 3 to 4 months to apply. But when application will start, then you don't have enough time to apply for IELTS or TOPIK. And one more thing I would like to suggest you, that this year might be GKS made one change in the form. So I would like to suggest you that if you have completed your bachelor's degree and if you have completed your master's degree, so please attest your master's degree and master's transcript and your bachelor's degree and bachelor's transcript from the embassy of Korea in your country. So it would be very helpful for you when you are applying for GKS scholarship. I am too much worried about my statement of purpose, my study plan, my future plan. Can you help me in this? Yes, many students, they are worried about statement of purpose and their personal statement. Please keep in mind that this is not a difficult task, but you have to spend some time on it. For example, it may need 1 to 2 weeks to write a perfect study plan or perfect personal statement. I cannot write a personal statement for you guys, but I can give you one favor, that if you want me to check your personal statement and statement of purpose or study plan, you can send me your personal statement and all your documents by email. You can see my email on the screen. But please keep one thing in mind, that as time is money, so this service is not free. I will charge $50 from you guys for checking your statement of purpose or personal statement. And I will suggest you further improvements, will identify your mistakes, and I will give you 3 rounds of improvements. So in $50 you can avail my services. Please keep in mind that I cannot provide these services to many people, because it will take a lot of time to check statement of purpose and study plan. So I will give this offer to the students who can apply as early as possible according to my time schedule. Sir, just last question. How I know when this scholarship will open? So Amar, don't worry and don't think too much. Just follow me on YouTube and Instagram. I will give you all the details about the GKS scholarship. I will make a video when it will open, and I will tell you the complete procedure, how to apply, where to submit documents, and I will guide you from A to Z including all steps. So just keep following me. Thank you for arranging this beautiful session, and I wish that you will arrange such sessions in future to help students who want to apply for GKS scholarship next year.